Have you ever opened up your bank account and you're wondering, where did my money go? If this has happened to you, then today's conversation is more than about you making more money. It's about you organizing the money that you already have in your hand. So let's chat about why budgeting is one of the greatest stewardship tools that God has ever given us. Hey, ladies, welcome to Her Faith, Her Finances. It is Coach Kim, and right here, this is the place where you grow in faith, steward your money wisely, and pursue financial freedom God's way. Remember, when your faith leads your finances, your stewardship has purpose. Let's steward well. So, what does it mean to organize your money? Organization brings clarity first and foremost. So, a budget is just simply a plan that you create before your money is spent. This means that every dollar that you bring in as income should have an assignment. So, think of it like your home. You know how everything in your home it has a place? Isn't it much easier to find what you're looking for when everything is organized? So, did you know that your finances can actually work the same way? I want to give you 4 ways that budgeting organizes your finances. First and foremost, I want you to be mindful that budgeting gives every dollar purpose. Okay, so instead of you wondering where your money has gone, you are intentionally deciding. You're deciding on what you're giving. That's through tithes, offerings, charity. You're organizing your expenses, what it takes to operate your home on a month to month basis. And then you're setting up what you're going to save, what you're going to put towards your investment for that particular month. If you have that automated, that is even better. Automating your savings and your investing. If you are on a debt payoff journey, how much are you going to allocate to pay off that liability? Are you working the debt snowball method? Are you working the debt avalanche method? Are you going with the highest interest? But whatever debt payoff that structure that you have, make sure you're putting that inside of your budget so that you are well aware of what's going towards that extra liability and how soon you're able to pay that off. So let me ask you this. If I were your financial coach and I looked at your bank statement, would I be able to tell that you are prioritizing your finances? Would I be able to tell what's a priority to you? That's a question for you to ponder on as we go to point number 2. So I want you to look at budgeting this way. Okay, budgeting is helping you to be more proactive than being reactive in your finances. We know that there's irregular expenses that's going to come. So that looks like the holidays, holiday celebration, the family gatherings, the holiday season at the end of the year, Christmas, Thanksgiving. So it's good for you to go ahead and plan for that ahead of time instead of waiting to close to the holiday and now you're depending more on credit cards. Or if you decide to use a credit card, you already plan to pay that off before the interest starts adding up. As well as car maintenance, that's expected to come. The oil changes pretty much are due every 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 miles, however many miles, or just your routine maintenance. Preparing for that, adding that to your budget. Now, the kids, they are already back in school and they like to participate in everything. So it is okay for you to put a category in your budget for kids' expenses. And then let's just say birthday celebrations for yourself, birthday celebrations for your kids, your spouse, friends. Put that in your budget. Do you see what I'm saying? Budgeting gives you organization and you may not be able to do a whole lot, but you're able to do something. Why? Because you have organization. You have organized categories, so you're able to do those things. So organization today prevents you from panicking tomorrow. Point number three is budgeting helps you to notice the waste. It helps you to notice the waste. Without tracking your expenses, you probably have so many subscriptions you signed up for. It was free the first 7 days, and now they're taking it out of your account. You don't know what's coming out of your account or anything. Impulse purchases, eating out, that definitely can cost a lot, especially when you're eating out multiple days a week. And then the convenience spending. These often go unnoticed. And when they go unnoticed, it becomes a waste of your money. So a budget is there to bring organization, is there to bring awareness to where your money is going, what are you prioritizing, and what's being wasted. And then point number four, budgeting gives you confidence. I call it Godfidence. Budgeting gives you confidence. So instead of you guessing what bills are due, what's available to spend, what you can spend, what goals are you working towards this month? Confidence replaces financial confusion. And who wants to operate in confusion? Proverbs chapter 21 and 5. It says that the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance. So there's nothing wrong with us making a plan. Do you know that God honors that? He honors the fact that you and I want to be good managers over our money. So if we are following after God's blueprint, we know that God is a God of order. So let me share 3 simple steps to get you organized. And I want you to implement this starting this week. First thing is write down every monthly expense, okay? That's your rent, electricity, everything that it takes for you to operate your home on a month-to-month basis. What I want you to include in your budget, it's okay to create a category for fun spending. For me, I call it pocket cash. So when I get my paycheck, I automatically have a pocket cash category. So that that's for me to go out to eat. If I want to hang out with my girls, I want to take a random trip to TJ Maxx or Marshalls, Ross. I have that fun spending money. So make sure you put something in there, because what good is all of this discipline if you're not able to have some type of fun, right? So it's okay to enjoy life, but you want to make sure that you are being responsible with what God is placing in your hands, okay? So these small, consistent um, organization tips, tools, this creates long term financial peace. And I can surely tell you, financial peace goes a long way, because you're talking about somebody whose life was in financial chaos. Not because I didn't make the money. Your girl made the money years ago before I started my stewardship journey, way before becoming a coach. I made the money, honey, but I didn't know how to budget. I didn't organize it. Just as fast as it came in, as fast as it left out, okay? And I'm not ashamed to tell my testimony. Like I made over 6 figures, but my credit score was a 485. So it's not about how much money you make, it's how well you steward it. And a budget isn't about you limiting your life. It's about organizing what God has entrusted you with. So every dollar has a purpose. Every dollar has a purpose. Now you have to know that budgeting is not about perfection, okay? You're gonna have some hiccups. You're gonna have some stumbling blocks along the way until you really get accustomed to following that blueprint. But the fact that you are being intentional with what God has already placed in your hands, that is key. You being intentional. So the more organized your money becomes, the easier it is for you to steward it faithfully. So now what I want you to do is head over to my website, tobeagoodsteward.com. And I want you to check out the organizational tools that I have on the website. One that I use myself and has helped me for several years is the Budget Like a Boss bundle. I have the actual physical copy of the budget journal. And when I tell you it's everything that you need for organization all the way to meal planning, yes, indeed. The Budget Like a Bundle Boss, I'm sorry, Budget Like a Boss bundle comes with the savings wallet as well as the Blessed Budget Calculator. Yeah, isn't she cute? But yes, also there's the Radiant Steward digital planner where you can just download it, print, easy to use, and it's right there in your hands. So if you're watching this via YouTube, the website is in the bio description on the channel. If you're listening to this via Spotify, the information is in the show notes below. All right. So if this episode has encouraged you, be sure to subscribe to Her Faith, Her Finances right here on the To Be a Good Steward YouTube channel. And if you're listening via Spotify, you can search Her Faith, Her Finances and follow the show. As well as share this with another Christian woman. Let's continue to grow, growing in our financial wisdom, one decision at a time. And I will see you, sis, on the next Her Faith, Her Finances. Have an amazing day.